Do you think America could be the place that you want it to be? Is there something that about America that makes you want to continue to work here and build something here?
My people, number one, the lineage, number two, how we quite literally are the original owners, you could say, as it pertains to where it should go, you know, where the moral compass should go. And I'm talking about us in our natural state. I'm not talking about where we are right now, because a lot of us are not that wise. But all of these connections, we quite literally deserve this land. It's not a, you know, I feel like this is mine. No, it is.
Right.
And because of that, anyone who comes here, for example, the 1828 Noah Webster's dictionary and the definition of the word American stated, quote, copper colored people is an original American, but now applies to the descendants of Europeans, but originally applied to those who were here before Europeans. 1828 Noah Webster's dictionary. Even Noah Webster knew black folk. All right, so he was already saying that. So I love America, the people, my people first, the original people first, and the essence of what originated it. Even back then when it was called Turtle Island or Tula or Almoroc or whatever you want to call it, all of these pieces. But I do not love, nor do I care too much for the disgusting, degenerate, devil-minded, satanic system that is governing this government, that is seeking to attack men, women, children, putting black people at the bottom, rape, robbery, sex trafficking, organ trafficking, that is being sponsored, allowed by this government on their watch, on their time, on their dime. I'm not interested in none of that. But when it comes to the people who want to seek justice, starting with mine and then all the way up to even white folks, because poor white people, this government don't care about them either.
What should I Google if I want to learn about the American government's sex trafficking?
There's one primary website. I believe it's sextrafficking.org. Don't quote me on that, but it's similar to that website where they go over the statistics, how many people, the hot spots, which is Florida, Texas, Orange County in California, different things like that. Roughly how many people go missing every year, how it's an over 300 billion or over 300 million, I believe, dollar industry. Like it's known. It's not even a secret. It's very well known, but it's stimulating America's economy.
You said that they need us, black people, they need us, but it's an obvious war on black America. It's definitely an obvious war on us. And then go back to what you were saying, you know, about Donald Trump and deleting him off social media. I mean, when the minister was deleted off social media, I think that scared me more than the Donald Trump. You know,
absolutely. 2019, the Honorable Minister was Farrakhan, along with Alex Jones.
They got hit at the same time?
Same exact time.
Wow.
They took Alex Jones, Minister Farrakhan, and one other person off at the exact same time because the war is for the hearts and minds of the people. So they have to remove those who have the biggest connection to the ears of the people. Alex Jones, who I was invited onto a show and I went on his show. Interesting, right?
How was that?
On point. We agreed on everything, shockingly enough, because he's been talking about this, you know, since he's been on air and talk radio and all that, as well as the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. Been talking about this. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad way back in the 60s, talking about all the same stuff too. But when he was removed from social media, that was the main flag for me. That was a wake. I already knew. When I saw that, I said, oh, okay, yeah, then anyone else, one who follows him, who is effective over social media, and then those who share his ideology, which is freedom, justice, and equality. It's not, oh, I hate this person, let me hate you. No, it's freedom, justice, equality for all, including white folks, but not at the demise of black people. Freedom, justice, and equality across the board. I have to expose who Satan is. I have to expose who runs this government. I have to expose who is attacking men, women, children. I have to. It is what he must do. That's just it. So they have to go after those people. That way, everybody else can be guided and misguided by the people who they set up and who they sponsor to misguide the people. It's just that simple. So I knew they were coming at your brother. I knew they was coming after me shortly after that. I was like, all right, I got maybe about 2 months. Let me do as much as I can within that 2 months.
Wait though, right? So now when I seen the minister get taken down, and that was the first time I thought, wait, hold up now, bro. Like Alex Jones had the same thing, for example, that they both like came for the international banking families of Europe.
Correct.
And coincidentally enough, whenever anybody speaks about those people,
come on, bro,
they usually follow with a deactivation of all accounts. Why is that? Speak on that. Who is the international banking family of Europe, and why do everybody get taken out whenever they speak on them?
Oh man, everyone should read the book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Everyone should know about the meeting that took place off the coast of Jekyll Island in the early 1900s. Everyone should know about the Federal Reserve Act. Everyone should know about Woodrow Wilson. Everyone should know about J.P. Morgan. Everyone should know about the Carnegies, the Rothschilds, the Warburgs. Everyone should know about the Waltons. Everyone should know about the Vanderbilts. Everyone should know about these are the names of, of course, the Rockefellers. Again, very critical about the Rockefellers, John D. Rockefeller and all the rest of them, Dale Carnegie and the rest of them. You must know about these. Why? Because they shaped the modern world that we currently live in. From the financial area to the educational system to the agricultural system to the very banking itself. They shaped it. So while a lot of us are arguing, we're not realizing the people who quite literally put this thing together are the ones who have perpetuated exactly where we are to this very moment. We argue over nonsense on a surface level. But if we both came together and said, hold on, let's sit down and really delve deep into where this thing came from, then we can say, oh, these people want to get rid of over 4 billion human beings on the planet, including white folk. That's not conspiracy theory. That is conspiracy fact. National Security Study Memorandum 200 under Dr. Henry Kissinger, 32nd Secretary of State under President Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford, authorized in 1974. After that, you had Global 2000, authorized under President Jimmy Carter. You have Zbigniew Brzezinski, who was the advisor to Jimmy Carter, who said, quote, in earlier times, it was easier to kill a million people, or pardon me, it was easier to control a million people than to physically kill a million people. He said, but today it is infinitely easier to kill a million people than it is to control, end quote. That's the mind of the advisor to the president. What does that mean? Once you look at all of this, you realize the game is bigger. It's much bigger than just black and white now. Now we're dealing with, as the Bible says, or science says, principalities, rulers, spiritual wickedness in high places. They are not interested in having human beings on the planet who do not comply with them. Black, white, and all in between. They're not interested anymore. And the problem is social media backfired on them because it was supposed to trap us more and for us to give up more of our information so that they can trap us. But we started to put some stuff up in there and started waking people up. And now we're educating, and now they're like, God damn it, we didn't expect it to happen like that, or should I say so soon, which I wrote about in book number 2, which is another reason why you brothers with these RICO charges, you should have read this book when it came out. But it's a real thing.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.